A soldier in Estonia pulls out a Samsung smartphone. On the screen is a live tactical map showing every sensor, every weapon, and every detected enemy position across the entire battlefield.
A reconnaissance drone just spotted a tank hiding in a tree line 3 kilometers away. The soldier thumbs a drop-down menu. The system recommends the best weapon to destroy it based on range, ammunition, and probability of kill.
He taps the screen. A drone launches and races toward the target on an autonomous flight path. From detection to destruction, the entire sequence took less than 60 seconds.
This is not science fiction. This is Project Asgard, and it is already operational. In May 2025, the British Army deployed a prototype of Project Asgard during NATO exercise Hedgehog in Estonia.
850 soldiers were connected to a single digital targeting network through Samsung smartphones. Every drone, every radar, every pair of human eyes feeding information into the system was linked together into one shared brain.
The results stunned NATO observers. A light infantry brigade, outnumbered and outgunned by a multinational armored force, won the exercise. The brigade commander said directly that without Asgard, they would have been overwhelmed by armored vehicles within hours.
Instead, they found and destroyed threats faster than the enemy could react.
To understand why ASG changes everything, you need to understand what it replaced. In traditional military operations, the process of finding a target, deciding to strike it, and actually firing a weapon is called the kill chain.
Before Asgard, this chain was slow and fragmented. A reconnaissance unit spots an enemy position. That information gets passed up through a command chain of officers. They collectively decide whether to engage. Then the order gets passed down to the unit with the right weapon. The whole process could take hours, sometimes days. In a modern battlefield, where drones and missiles move in hypersonic speed, hours might as well be forever.
By the time you decide to shoot, the target is already gone. Asgard eliminates the bottleneck by connecting everything to everything. Any sensor on the battlefield, whether it is an unmanned drone, a radar system, or a soldier looking through binoculars, feeds data into a shared network.
Artificial intelligence processes that data in real time, identifies and prioritizes targets, estimates collateral damage, conducts legal review, and then recommends the best available weapon to destroy each target. The soldier does not need to radio a headquarters and wait for orders.
The system presents the options on their phone. The human makes the final decision. And the weapon fires. What used to take hours now takes minutes. In some cases, less than 60 seconds.
The weapons connected to ASGard are not just conventional artillery.
During the Estonia exercise, the system integrated the Dart 250, a British-manufactured jet-powered one-way attack drone with a range of 250 kilometers and a speed exceeding 400 kilometers per hour. It also deployed Helsing's HX-2, an AI-enabled attack drone that can detect and launch strikes at what observers described as spectacular speeds.
These are not remotely piloted aircraft. They are autonomous weapons that fly themselves to the target once released. Asgard tells them where to go. The AI inside them handles the rest. The communications backbone is built on mesh radio networks that leapfrog signals from radio to radio across vast distances. They carry video, audio, and data simultaneously. They run at low power, making them extremely difficult for an enemy to detect or jam.
The entire system is underpinned by Lattice, the same artificial intelligence platform built by Anduril that powers the Ghost Shark autonomous submarine. On top of that sits Helsing's Ultra software, which identifies and fingerprints targets, meaning it learns to recognize specific types of vehicles, weapon systems, and infrastructure so it can categorize threats automatically.
27 industry partners contributed technology to the system, including IBM, Oracle, Palantir, and Anduril.
The head of the British Army, General Sir Rolly Walker, stated the goal plainly. Asgard will make the Army 10 times more lethal over the next 10 years, double lethality by 2027, triple it by 2030.
And a tenfold increase within the decade. The program is backed by more than £1 billion in funding from the UK Strategic Defence Review.
It went from announcement in October 2024 to contracts awarded in January 2025 to a working prototype deployed in a live NATO exercise by May 2025. 7 months from concept to battlefield. The Estonian division commander on the exercise said he was stunned by the speed of delivery. A year earlier, it had been just ideas on paper.
Here is what makes Asgard different from every previous targeting system. It does not care who owns the weapon. In a traditional military, if your unit has a target, but the best weapon to destroy it belongs to another unit 3 kilometers away, coordinating that strike takes time and bureaucracy.
Asgard sees every weapon in the entire brigade as part of one pool. If your sensors detect an enemy that someone else's drone is better positioned to destroy, the system routes the strike automatically. The brigade commander in Estonia described it this way.
Personnel at section level can now sense and strike much further out. They are no longer limited to a drinking straw view of the battle. They see the whole picture.
The controversy is immediate and serious. ASG currently operates with a human in the loop. A person must approve every strike. But officials have acknowledged that the system is technically capable of running without human oversight.
When asked whether the AI could be allowed to operate independently in the future, defense insiders did not rule it out if ethical and legal considerations changed.
Critics argue that reducing targeting decisions to seconds fundamentally undermines meaningful human control. When the system presents a recommendation and a soldier has 60 seconds to approve or reject it, the human is not making a decision, they are rubber stamping one.
The pressure to go faster, to match the speed of the machine, means the human in the loop becomes a formality rather than a safeguard.
Project Asgard is not a concept. It is not a proposal. It is a deployed system that has already won a NATO exercise against a superior force. It connects every sensor and every weapon on the battlefield to a single AI-powered brain.
It compresses the kill chain from hours to seconds. It runs on smartphones soldiers already carry. And it is scheduled to link the entire British Armed Forces, Army, Navy, and Air Force into one unified targeting web by 2027.
The British Army's head called it the most significant change to how they fight since the introduction of radio communications. The question now is not whether other NATO countries will adopt this technology, it is whether they can afford not to. What do you think? Should AI be making targeting decisions on the battlefield? Tell us in the comments.